Yes, welcome back. Please, guys, please subscribe to the content if you like what you're subscribed and like if you like what you're getting from my content. Yeah, so we are going to talk about HTML attributes right now. So yeah, what are attributes? What are HTML attributes? You really need to know this because it's very important. Now, attributes provide additional information about elements, right? Remember in the previous um, video, we talked about elements, which are the skeletons of the website, you know. Then we have what is it called? Attributes provide additional information about that particular element. You understand? Yeah. So let's say, for example, we have what is it called? Let's say we have an image element, img, right? Img. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys that some tags, some elements are self-closed. What I mean by self-closed is you don't necessarily need to, put it like this, maybe have an image here, because if a tag, if an element will not have a content, if it will not have a content, which is a text or in any text at all, or something between it, then it will be self-closed. If an element does not have a content in it, the general rule, it doesn't, accept a content or a text within it, then it will be self-closed. What I mean by self-closed is you close it by putting the forward slash at the end of the greater than sign of the opening tag. For example, image, that is the image tag, img tag, right? Yeah. So let's get back to the attributes. I hope you got that actually. So for the attributes of an image, we have this src. This src is an example of an attribute of an image. So let me explain this. Src tells you where to fetch the image from, because image is a file. You need to actually fetch it from somewhere, either over the internet or inside your folder. So source is like, where am I going to fetch this image and display in the browser? That is example of an attribute. And if you're using the kind of theme I'm using in my VS Code, then you can have this nice looking yellow color of Also, it has also an alt attribute. Yeah, this attribute. Also, you can put an attribute also in P, maybe class. There's something called class attributes, right? So you can see that it's giving me this yellow kind of look to tell me that this is an attribute of the P tag, and also these are attributes of the img tags. Let's move further. So yeah, so all HTML elements can have an attribute. The key word there is can, right? It can have an attribute. Not necessarily that it must have an attribute, or some of them must have an attribute, some of them must not have an attribute. Like, as for example, an image tag, like we just saw right now. An image tag needs to have an attribute of the source, and it's also advisable to actually also add the alt attributes in it too. Yeah. Yeah, so they can have an attribute, not necessarily a must, but they can. Yeah. Now, attributes are always specified in the start tag. Like we saw here, it is always specified in the start tag. Doesn't really matter for self-close element because, of course, it doesn't have a closing. It doesn't have a separate closing tag. It always closes by itself, right? Because it doesn't have a content within it, right? Yeah. So it always the attributes are always included in the opening tag of the element, not the closing tag. I can't come and write something like class here. No, 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 no. It has to be in the opening tag. Yeah. Attributes usually come in name value pairs, like name equals to value. Of course, you've also seen this. You have the name, which is, for example, this one. You have class, then the value. Value can be anything. Value can be, anything. Value can be my name, name or whatever you give it. The same thing with source here, value can be anything. So it always comes with name value pair, right? Which is name and the value. Name equals to the value. Name equals to the value. Yeah. So yeah, that is pretty much about it for attributes. Yeah. We'll go into the next video.